Quantum Recall Wednesday night pre-show. What's up, everybody? How are you all doing? I can't necessarily say that I'm super great right now. You know what I want to talk about is not something I'm going to divulge much about. Mainly in the fall, I don't know what happens. Something sets in with the holidays coming and whatnot, and I start feeling anxious about stuff. And so it doesn't matter. Every fall I get this anxiousness that makes me all of a sudden, because I've had multiple years at times, I kind of fall back to bad habits. And so I feel this anxiety. And so I go back to a bad habit for several weeks, and I wind up hating it, and then I quit again, and then I have a fresh mind, and I'm dealing it was once described to me that when you do pot after being sober for a long time, that it's like wiping the hard drive or something. But I also have this desire right now. It's like I want to get over this obstacle of anxiousness. I don't like it. It's been just recurring the last few weeks, and I dropped out for the moment of doing QR Dizzle because I've been feeling overwhelmed about stuff. I'm working too hard, and it's not only that, I'm not getting enough reward for what I'm doing. And so I feel this anxiousness, and I'm just trying to overcome it. Because you'll notice my output radically change. My discipline changes radically when I'm stoned. And so last year I wasn't doing any show at this time, and I indulged a little bit eating marijuana edibles for some weeks. And then I just hit this numb, crappy low. It's only fun for like a day or two, and then I feel like I'm a slave again. And so I don't want to go back to it. I don't want to have that in my life, but I'm aware that I enjoy being sober. I appreciate my clarity of mind. I have to remind myself of it every day. And fortunately, I'm just so lazy that I don't go get it. But thank goodness I don't have it around. And it would not be good for me to be around it right now. Because there's this part of me that just wants to eliminate this tension that I have. And I was a little angry about something before I started here. And it was actually silly. I was trying to log into Grok on this studio computer because I wanted to give it this prepared file to help me write some descriptions to go live with this show right now. And by golly, it was my mistake, but I made the mistake of trying to log in with my X login credentials when all you have to do is, if you're already logged into X, all you have to do is click a button that says log into X, authorize app. But I was trying to log in with my credentials, and that does not work. And so I was getting angry and furious because I try to move through things quickly, and sometimes when I hit what feels like a wall, and that was an easy thing to fix. And so I couldn't figure it out, and I went to my other computer to do what I was trying to do, which is over there charging. It's on the other side of the table charging. It's usually right here in front of me, but I had to charge it because it was almost dead. The battery was almost dead. And then I went over there and started doing it, but then I started a Grok thread on my phone, and I said, why is this happening? I tried to log in. I know the login credentials are correct, and it told me exactly what I told you, that you don't log in there with your login credentials to your X account. You just click on login with X once you're already logged into it, and boom, it was automatic. But I'm not happy with myself that I got so bent out of shape. Sometimes I want things to work my way instantaneously and without any hang-ups, no obstacles. And when they don't, sometimes I get really furious with what's going on. And that's like what happened now. On a positive note, we're much in need of moisture here in Colorado. And when I came in here and started doing this, we were having a pretty good downpour of rain outside. And it was a unique one because it was heavy rain, but the sun is also shining, which is always kind of interesting because usually in your mind, when you think rain, you're not thinking sunshine, but it's interesting when you're getting sunshine and heavy rain at a given moment. So I like that. Would you believe I started praying because I was so pissed off before? And I know there's something else going on. Um, like the things bothering me are not for public consumption, but like things are pretty good. Today was a relatively good day. I was supposed to get my Mac Mini delivered today, and I was paying attention to the delivery app. Like I was tracking the shipping. And I knew it was supposed to be to deliver today, but I didn't know exactly when. You know, when you order from Amazon or eBay, you get this notice that this is out for delivery. And so when it's out for delivery on those things, I know that it's imminent and it's coming. And but this thing on the DHL app, that's the people, those are the people who are delivering it. It's like there are these three dots, and I was expecting it to hit it. When it was hitting the second dot, I was going to be like, okay, then I got to be home. It just skipped over the second dot, and they tried to deliver it. I would have been here if I had known. So I was frustrated to miss that delivery, and I rescheduled it for Friday because I just know my luck. Tomorrow, if I were to go and do my show, they would come right in the middle of it and go ding dong, and I'm just like, wow. So it's okay. Like it's going to be delivered on Friday. That was probably better because preparing for this tonight and for the show tomorrow, I didn't want to be distracted with having that new computer. And I have an agenda. When that thing comes, I'm like, I have ideas about what I want to do, and but I'm in learning mode. And I'm going to talk some about a book I've been reading about AI tomorrow. That's pretty good. And I've been reading another chapter. I've been rereading a chapter in The Singularity is Nearer, written by Ray Kurzweil, the futurist. It's a chapter called Who Am I? And I remembered reading it the first time and made an impression. It was like, wow, this is really deep and profound. So I wanted to go back and revisit those thoughts. And so tomorrow I'm going to talk about that a little bit. This particular book I finished up the past week, and you know what? This is good for almost anybody who feels like they might be working too much, and maybe your productivity is not quite what you want it to be. Maybe you're overworked, and maybe because this is all about a work-life balance between work, productivity, and play. And play meaning rest. I'm using the word play as synonymous with rest right now, and some things in the business world have me very frustrated right now, and a lot of it falls on me at this stage in life, which is kind of interesting. And I get a lot of reward out of it. Material reward, but also personal reward, knowing that I can manage this thing kind of responsibly. And that's the key to keeping it going, is that we have a machine that works to provide a living, a very abundant living, and I'm grateful for that. Super grateful that we get to do so well because of the way my dad, the way to make wealth in life is to be frugal and to forego the things you want to do for fun a lot of times. Forego the things you want, like buying new cars all the time or wasting money that unnecessarily. I mean, like, I have to say that I spend a little too much, but the things I like to spend on, it's like I always feel like I'm trying to create something. I was irritated to hear that Apple, I just ordered this computer literally weeks ago, and then now they have started taking pre-orders for the upgraded version, which is significantly upgraded, and that sucks. I was already planning on getting another computer once I get rolling with this one. But it sucks that just literally weeks later, they're like, oh, hey, here's something new and substantially faster. It's like, oh, okay. But I don't exactly want to divulge what I have planned because I was doing something before I went to bed a little bit neurotically last night. Not really neurotically. I would just say it was a subject matter of interest to me, something I might use AI for in this context. But I have to test it out and see if it works to my satisfaction. And either way, if it doesn't, it'll still be an interesting learning experience, what I have in mind. And I don't quite think anyone has done what I have in mind quite the way I have it planned in my head. But I have to experiment with it first. So when this thing comes here, I'm going to be sitting in that other room, setting it up, installing things, getting familiar with it. I'm excited about it. But here's the thing. When I talk about my anxiety, that's not a joke. I feel some anxiety going into the fall. There are some things bothering me. Well, a lot of things, including like the state of the world, frankly. And like, I live perpetually with this foreboding about the things going on in the world. I didn't used to when I was younger, but I've been very, I guess you could say, made aware of what's going on in the world in a lot of respects. And I don't even feel at liberty to say precisely what I'm talking about in a way that's unambiguous and not vague, because I feel like it's verboten on a couple of places where I put things out for people to watch this. I already think I'm in categories that have me sort of shadow banned. They don't tell you you're shadow banned, but they don't tell you that, hey, the algorithm's aware that you think A, B, C, and D, and we don't let people like you rise up. And when I watch people who have a lot of followers and the things they're doing, the way they behave, I'm extremely amazed that they want to proliferate people who are basically, they're simultaneously all together proliferating discord and division. And I find that frustrating, the way people treat one another. I have made a concerted effort not to be a raving lunatic on here, an angry raving lunatic, even with people I think totally deserve it. I try to be peaceful and decent with people, but it's just not happening. I feel angry, and sometimes I want to lash out at stuff lately. And so so I'm trying to have grace. When I pray, there's so much in there about giving me and my family members, my closest loved ones, patience and grace in dealing with one another and in dealing with the things in the world that are meant to grow us. If you have some kind of faith that there's a purpose to things, you try to maintain hope that this is happening for a purpose, these frustrating things. But it's like clockwork with me. Like I was saying, every fall, it's like, oh, that would be nice to do that right now. Even having a drink sometimes at my parents', I look over at the wine bottle and I go, huh, there it is. But I don't do that because I know once that buzz from the wine bottle kicks in, I'm off to the races for a while. And I just can't do that. But played some pinball today. That was cool. And that's why I missed my computer being delivered, because I went to do that, but I was paying close attention to the app telling me about the delivery. And so it was so lame that I missed it. I was like, are you kidding me? In the past, they have delivered things like at 10 o'clock at night. And so today I'm sitting there wanting it. I just wish they were better at communicating, like, hey, we're going to be at your house like in about a half an hour. Be sure to be there. You know, that would be helpful. That's why I was paying attention to the app, is because I wanted to be ready for it. Pinball was pretty good, though. I have new little habits I've picked up because of the things I've been practicing with dead flipper bounces. If you don't know what that is, go play pinball. Tomorrow night I start the league here nearby at Westminster 1-Up, and that's cool. I look forward to that because what I need is more practice competing with others. And so on a weekly basis, I think it's awesome that it's nearby and I'll be able to go there once a week and compete with people, which is kind of cool. 15 minutes into this thing. I actually made it 15 minutes into this thing. And so let's see. Short, raw, real-time check-in before the main Quantum Recall week tomorrow. Jump in live on X, YouTube, and Rumble. Yeah, okay. That's the description of what I was. It was just a brief description of what I'm coming here and talking about tonight. Still very involved in trying to be an AI pioneer. I'm trying to not be behind with it. I'm not trying to look at it for too long. I'm just trying to say, okay, here's a list of like the things I can try to make it do and implement to make this job easier on me. I'm trying to treat it like a person. If I had a person here and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going to have you do these things. Let me show you. Let me go through you with it, these things with you, and we'll get you up to speed doing it. That's what I'm going to be doing with AI. I'm going to be teaching the AI. I'm trying to figure out which ones I want to use. And there's so much doomsayer stuff out there, though, and it gets really old, that stuff. But I'm not, I mean, so that's part of what is the anxiousness residing in me. Like, dystopia is a definite possibility. But I'm going to cut this one a little bit short tonight. Fortunately, everything's working. And I'm going to start wrapping it up. But before I do, let me just take you over here to my QR code. If you're actually paying attention, go to this QR code right here and check it out. Click on the QR code. Follow me on social media. Help me grow this thing. I'm not going to quit. Even if the algorithms are like, no, sir, not you. No way, Jose. I'm still going to do my thing. Check out quantumrecall.tv. As always, watch Quantum Recall TV live Thursdays at 12:30 Mountain Standard Time, streaming on X, YouTube, and Rumble. Or maybe QR Dizzle is a little more your style when I get back to it. I do expect to get back to that. I'm not done with that. I have a whole front studio devoted to it. I streamed just an itty bit of a moment of playing drums this week. That was one of the things I was doing in my free time. It's low pressure, and it's fun. So, I'm your host, Paul Vincent Serini. I hope to see some of you tomorrow. Quantum Recall TV and QR Dizzle are produced in Landia Colossus. You all have a very nice night. Peace be with you all. Yes?